Hi guys, my name is Trevor Ilesley, teaching that there is another way through life, and it's called beamism. I bring to the planet a new idea, a new identity in 3 letters, 2 words, and it's called the beamy being. You are a beamy being. I aim to bring to the planet a new idea that lets you know that maybe you're just not a human being. I adapted into the beamy being because one of the things that I realized was being a human was actually killing me off. It was depressing. I had no idea of where it was going. So today I want to talk about having a life review. Now, you've heard many stories about when people die that they go through this tunnel and it's as if their life flashes before them. Now this, I understand. I think this is really true because I'd kind of had a few life experiences myself where Spirit took me to this place to understand what was my journey all about. So if you're finding yourself all alone because of certain things that have happened in your life, you need a life review. You need to sit and work out what is happening and why, because if you don't, then you're just going to keep on going through the same old things. It's like the same book that you're reading over and over again. It doesn't make sense after a while. On the soul's journey, it can only go through this journey so many times before, technically, it gets bored. So when you're depressed, to me, that was when the soul had slumped within me and said, I'm not moving. I'm not going anywhere. If you don't change your ways, this is pointless. It's absolutely no good. So let's talk today about having a life review. Look at your life in a very positive way, but also in a very negative way, because there is gold in negativity. Even though we try to be positive within our lives, it doesn't always work. So I decided to go into my negativity, into my darkness, and discover what is wrong, what do I need to change, and how can I change it? I believe very much in the spirit world, but most importantly, I believe in the spirit world that's also here. Everyone's got a spirit. So why can't we just look at everyone as being a spirit? They're all going on a journey. They're all experiencing certain chapters in their lives. And they're not much different from your own. There's some tragedies that go on, Everyone's having certain experiences. But one of the things that I discovered is, being a beamy being, I realized I have a body, I have a mind, and I have energy. Energy is something that we lack. Energy is what we fight over. Energy is what we seek. Because if you have no energy, nothing is really happening. When you're in love, what do you have? Is it love? No, it's energy. It produces a form of energy that makes you feel good. Healing comes when you understand that everything on this planet is energy when you take away the identity. So when I take away the identity of human being, what do you have left? You have a body, mind, energy. So you have to look at your body. What do you think about your body? Do you like it? Do you like the way you look? Then you look at your mind. Do you like what you think about yourself and what you think about life? My guess is a lot of people don't. And when people come through to me, that's one of the very things that everybody lacks. Nobody likes who they are. And so therefore, we will always be searching for someone to like us, to love us. Now, in the soul's journey, the soul is wanting you to love who you are. If you can get this right, your whole life changes. Everything changes, and you begin to see your life in a completely different way. One of the things that I learnt was that when I found myself broken and I was in pain, I noticed that there was a repetitive pattern. I needed to look at this. So let's talk about relationships, because I think relationships are a good indication of a spiritual journey. We look at relationships, some work and some don't. But every one is part of your soul journey. There are 7 billion people on this planet, and you've had how many relationships? 10, 20? I don't know. For me, I looked at them and thought, well, why do I like some and some that I don't like? They're all important. Why are they important? Because they're the only relationships that you've had. So the greatest relationship becomes you. So you need to really look at your life and say, okay, something here needs to be worked out. When I speak to people and they're broken up within their relationships, I say, how many relationships have you had? They tell me. So I say, okay, isn't there not a beginning and a middle and an end to every relationship that you've been through? And they say, well, yes, this is true. And I say to you, in every ending, it's devastating. Nobody likes to end anything. It's painful. But isn't there a pattern there that is going on? That you want this relationship to happen again? You want to get back that energy. There's that word again. You're fighting over energy. You want things to be okay. But let me put it this way. How many times did a relationship break up and then you met the next one? And then all of a sudden, you was feeling good. I feel that if you can let go of a relationship quite quickly and understand that on a soul level, it's done its job, you can be rewarded with another relationship. And each relationship brings another part of the puzzle. I found it absolutely extraordinary. When I was going through relationships, you just look at it as relationships. But after a while, you have to realize that, hey, hold up a minute. There's something else here that's going on. There's a pattern. They all go the same way and they all end the same way. And I feel broken exactly in the same way. I say this to people, you've been here before, and they will agree to that. Of course, we have been here before. Once you get to understand that, that's when you start to trust the soul's journey. That's when you start to trust that there is a divine plan and relationships come and go. Everything comes and goes. Nothing is permanent. Your life isn't permanent. For me, understanding spirit, understanding my spirit. I know I'm going to go to the spirit world, but I don't want to leave here absolutely broken. I don't want to leave karmic ties here because I've destroyed another person because of my own emotional being, didn't understand what was going on. So we need to clear this up. We need to clean it up. And you need to understand. Now, not everyone sees spirit. If you see spirit, then you can believe in spirit. But what I'm saying to you is this. Do you believe in your own spirit? Can you believe in someone else's spirit? If we see people still as human beings, they're human beings. They're like razor blades. Once used, they get blunt. What do? We throw them away. People are important. You are very important in this lifetime. So you have to stop destroying yourself, and you have to realize that there is a greater you. Every relationship moves you towards your divine plan. It moves you to your greater feelings. This is one of the things that I realize. So step back. Look at yourself. Speak to yourself with a bit of respect. Speak with yourself with honesty. Ask yourself, what is wrong with this relationship? Am I doing the same as I've always done? Am I crying over somebody that doesn't love me? And I know you are. I've been there, I've done it, and I find it quite devastating. But when I took time out and really looked at it, I wanted to love everyone. I wanted to appreciate everyone. So looking at your life, pen and paper, as I always say, connecting with your soul, connecting with your feelings. Be really honest with yourself. What are you chasing? What are you running after? Are you fearing that you don't want to be left alone? Are you fearing that nobody will love you? Well, then this is the time and the chance for you to get to know who you are. Because if you don't understand this pattern, this will just keep going on and on to the end of your days. And I think that's where illness comes. Illness comes when you're not understanding the story. You're not loving who you are. Beamism, which is my religion. My religion stands for I exist. I am special and I love being me. Now, I don't mean I look at myself and go, well, hey, don't you look beautiful today? Loving the self can be as simple as this. Stop destroying yourself. Everything is perfect. It's just the human being doesn't know how to interpret what is true and what is an illusion. You've got one journey, you've got one body, you've got one mind, and you have many experiences. BME is be me. So being me is the most important being on this planet. But ask yourself, are you abusing yourself within your mind? Are you abusing yourself within your own energy? Because if you keep abusing yourself and that you don't love yourself, where does your energy go? It just disappears. You have no energy. That is what causes depression. So depression becomes an experience. Relationships are an experience. And your life is also an experience. We all want a great experience. Do your life review now. Don't wait until you die, because you will do a life review when you die. You will look at yourself, and that will determine if it's heaven or hell. It's hell within you, or heaven within you. I had an amazing vision, and I was taken to the spirit world. My spirit left my own body, and I was shown an important plan, a divine plan. And it showed me the journey that I was on. And when I looked back at this journey, I could see myself, honestly, really not doing much. So what is the goal of the soul? Spirit said to me, the goal of your soul is to get back here in one piece, knowing that you understood life. That is where your immortality is going to exist. But if you leave this planet thinking that life was a disaster and that you was full of pain, you can't put nothing right in the spirit world. You've got to put it right here. And this is why I teach Beamism. Beamism is a very important message, and it took me a long time to understand this message. And it feels good. Wouldn't you like to feel good? Then you must adapt and understand that the human side of you doesn't work anymore. You need to take responsibility for your own body, mind, energy, and you need to start loving who you are. I know sometimes it seems impossible. I thought it was impossible, but you know what? You better start now, because you may have the next 20, 30, 40 years of your life being you. And if you don't know who you are, then you just lived a life not even knowing anything about life and the true potential of who you are as a being. Adapt the Be Me being. Find your true potential. Love yourself by stop hating yourself. If you can stop hating yourself, then this is love. My name is Trevor. I'll see you on the other side.